work for a company called GT40 Motorsports. Day to day, man, I get to come in here and play with cars all day long. I come in, turn the radio on, and just get to playing with cars, man. I go in there and buff them up, sand them, do a little spray paint here and there, do my interior jobs, and a lot of my stuff is mainly just maintaining the vehicles and, like I said, getting them ready for auctions and doing what needs to be done. The late 86, no, I should say mid 87, man. Met a kid by the name of Renee. Turned out to be a good friend of mine. His dad owned a body shop, and I needed a job, man. So I went in there and started sweeping the floors up, and from there I started listening and paying attention to what was going on, and before I knew it, I learned how to cut a car in half and weld it and paint it and the whole 9 yards, man. So it was pretty sweet. Found these guys here probably about year and a half ago. Started doing some work for them, and now I'm full-time with them, and we get everything ready. All of our cars go through basically Mecum Auto Auction through Barrett Jackson. So those cars you see that fly across the floor, this is what we handle here and what I take care of and make it look good for the floor. One of my favorites, man, is going to be an old 1960 Biscayne that we have back there. It's all updated suspension on it, man. It's really nice. It's white in color, like I said. Man, right now we're doing a collection of about 15 trucks for Mecum Auto Auction for the first weekend of April. We're doing nothing but 454s and Ford Lightning trucks. That's what I'm in the process of preparing right now for that auction. All of these were pretty nasty when they first arrived, but again, that's my job, is to make them pretty. Is to put my hands on them and rub them down and make them feel good. So what you'll see is I'm going to tape off edges on everything. You'll see the tape I put off on the edges. That's just to protect the paint from making sure we don't burn it or anything like that. Next, we're going to come in and we're going to do some wet sanding. All of our wet sanding, as you'll see, what we're going to do is I'm going to put in thousands of little scratches to make a nice even coat of everything. Next, we're going to go into the buffing pad. This is the pad that's going to go in. This is wool. So what it's going to do, it's going to go in there and it's going to cut into the paint till you'll see the haze that we left behind with the sandpaper. That's going to come in, and this is going to remove it. It goes with its own product. It has a compound, which is kind of gritty. So if you ever feel compound, it's got like a little bit of sand particles or whatever they have inside of them. So that's kind of rougher. So then what you want to do is, once you go to there, you want to go to your next pad, which is going to start to cover your scratches that this starts to leave behind. It's your first pad left behind. So, and again, it has its own product that goes with it as well. And then from there, it's going to go to our blue pad. And this is our blue pad. This is the actual buffer here. This will go anywhere from 600 RPMs to 2,500 RPMs. But we want to start off slow on these. You'll see that as we go through. And again, you're going to have your blue pad, which is going to cover whatever the black pad left behind. Starts to give your polish, what it does on there. And then from your polish, we go to your wax. We put a nice heavy wax, Canuba wax on there. Let it sit on there and dry up. And from there, you guys will see the shine after it's done. I'd like to, I mean, for one of the things is I guess I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Rene Aguilar, man, for the gentleman that taught me how to do body work. He's a cool man. My buddy, his son, Rene, him and I were close friends. He passed away a few years ago of a heart attack. So I'd like to just say that this is something for him, man. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here where I am today, man.